I'm here with head coach Shane Coffey as we get set for Bixby. If we win, we're off to the state tournament. What are you telling the girls about facing the Spartans?
You know, it's one game at a time, obviously, right now, and we know this is the biggest game of the year. We know that we've got to be a team that plays with a high level of intensity for 32 minutes, particularly on the defensive end of the floor. You know, we're in the film room here right now getting ready to show some serious clips on how we've got to get them run players off the three-point line, because it's a big part of who Bixby is, and they're very, very successful in making runs doing that.
This Bixby team, very scrappy when we played them here at home. How do you contain such a team that you don't know what they're going to bring on the table?
Yeah, I mean, that you've got to match their intensity. I think that's the most important aspect of this game is who's going to play the hardest for 32 minutes, who's going to get the 50-50 plays, who's going to be that team that ultimately just showcases they want the game the most. And that's the team that's going to be in the state tournament, and our plan is it's going to be Broken Arrow. I'm
assuming the message is, ladies, we win, we're in. Is that pretty much all that you have to really tell them right now?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we've got a group that's locked in. They've been hungry to get back since a year ago, and they know what it takes. It's just a matter of us doing the job.
What makes them different than other teams, especially at this push right now where it's all in or nothing?
You know, I think a lot of it has to do with just experience. You know, I think you look at our basketball team and you know they've played in some big games over the course of their careers, and being in those type of situations is stuff that big-time players live for, you know, and they want that. They want to shine in those moments, and the big stages are what these girls are all about.
Well, Coach, best of luck. We'll have the starting lineups coming up on ArrowVision.
And welcome to Sapulpla High School for the site of a chance of an opportunity for the Broken Arrow Tigers to head off to this state tournament in Norman. Bixby Spartans on deck. It's win or go home time for the Tigers. I'm Dan Hawk alongside Tiffany Jones. Coach, we've seen this team. This will be the third time we've seen the Spartans this year. We've split with them, lost on the road, won at home. How do we stop the Spartans tonight and get that chance to play in the state tournament?
Well, I think when it comes down to the last time to get in, your last chance to get in, it's going to come down to effort today and focus and just doing what you do. And I think maybe the thing that most teams have to really think about, especially going in later into the game, is you can't play with fear. You can't be afraid of what could happen, what could go wrong. You can't be like scared of the monster, you know, whatever, the Frankenstein in the room. You got to like play without fear today. And if we play without fear and we focus, I like our chances today against the Lady Spartans.
I do as well. Some thoughts from Coach. Apply hard pressure on ball handlers for the entire game. You got to force key shooters, Wernell and Doddle, right, to put the ball on the floor and prevent Music from driving downhill. And most importantly, we've got to find a way to slow down their shot at the three-point line.
Yeah, contesting three-point line, you know, if we look back on Thursday night, we had a few possessions where we didn't get out and contest those threes, and that was really the change in momentum of the game. And so today, for 32 minutes, if we contest at the three-point line, make them do things they don't want to do, then once again, I think we're in the driver's seat with our experience as how to get back to Norman.
Yeah, it's all on getting back to Norman, like Coach Jones said. We'd like to give a shout-out to our One Club sponsors, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, Simpson St. John, Tulsa Bone and Joint, TTCU Federal Credit Union, Matthews Ford, and the Arrow Group. Also want to give a shout-out to Tiger Threads. They're located at 1901 East Albany Street, 61st Street, that is. They're open from 9 to 6. And remember, if you're a Broken Arrow public school employee, you can get a discount as well for shopping at Tiger Threads. This sweater like this available at Tiger Threads. And don't forget, Coach Jones, they're going to be moving to their new location as well, and there's going to be plenty of deals at the new location. So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll have the starting lineups coming up next on ArrowVision.
Life happens in a hurry. Our money experts will help you keep up. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Ascension St. John, you'll find advanced heart care, brain and spine care, and personalized cancer care. And we excel just as much in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Your side hustle keeps you moving. We'll help you get where you really want to go. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
And welcome back to Sapulpla High School. Broken Arrow and Bixby a chance to head off to Norman for the state tournament. The Broken Arrow Lady Tigers 18-8 overall. They finished 11-3 in district. Bixby Spartans 20-7 and 11-3 in district play as well. And like we said, they traded blows. Both teams got a win against one another in the regular season. Coach, let's go over the starting lineups. We'll start it off with the Bixby Spartans. Kate Dowdle, 5'10", sophomore, number 0. Number 2, Haley Jewell, freshman, 5'6", 11. Kate Wernell, sophomore, 5'10". Bren Daniel, number 14, freshman, 5'10". And number 23, Emma Music, junior, 5'6". For the Tigers of Broken Arrow, Macy Marasini, point guard, junior, 5'5". Brooklyn Scarborough, shooting forward, shooting guard, and a power forward. She plays it all for the Lady Tigers, 5'10", sophomore. Number 22, Peyton Dolan, power forward, 6'2", junior. Number 25, Mackenzie Bethurn, shooting guard, 5'10", junior. And rounding out the list, 33, Taryn Jacobs, power forward, 6 foot junior. And I want to add, with both of these rosters, we're looking at a rivalry in the making for at least another year, the way these lineups are constructed right now, Coach.
I think if you have to give a nod one way or the other, once again, our experience, we've got juniors that have played a lot of basketball.
Yes,
and
they have.
They have been in this position before. Bixby graduated a lot last couple years, and so they have a little more youth on their side. And experience, there's nothing that gets you ready for this pressure today. I mean, this is the game to get in, and everybody's goal is you can't win it until you get in. So this is where the rubber meets the road, and so our experience today is going to be a big factor, I think.
This is the pressure cooker. The BA girls are 13-3 since Christmas break with 3 losses. Obviously, they lost on Thursday against Edmond Memorial. Our keys to victory, Coach. Here they are. Emphasize ball movement on offense to break down their zone defense. Focus on rebounding and attacking the baseline and the lanes, and maintain consistent effort throughout the game.
That consistent effort, the intensity, we've got to have that on both sides, offense and defense. Really, you can't take off possessions because there are no blowouts. It's very unusual to have a blowout at this level, and so it's going to come down to those little possessions here or there, and once again, do what you do.
And we'll keep you updated on the other area game that will be punching their ticket to state. That is Norman and Mustang. That one had just tipped off as well at 2 p.m. Bixby wearing the white tops, white bottoms, going left to right to start it out. Broken Arrow wearing the gray tops and gray bottoms. And here we go. Kate Wernell with the ball at the top of the key, guarded by Marasini. They flip it over to Jewell. Jewell now at the top. Gets by one screen, but doesn't get much movement. She passes to Kate Dowdle in transition, but they go back to the top with Wernell. Wernell over to Jewell. Dowdle in the corner. It is good by Jewell. That's her first points of the game, and the Spartans lead by 3.
McKenzie fires a quick 3 on the other end. And look, offensive rebound right off the bat, Taryn Jacobs. That's, once again, those extra possessions. I think that was one thing that Coach Coffey did talk about was we got to pound the boards today.
And that was something that we wanted to see that didn't always come true against Edmond Memorial on Thursday night. So Marasini will inbound it over to the left side to Dolan. Dolan creating some space. Back to Marasini now. And now Marasini dribbles up to the top. Tigers spread out their offense all the way out with Dolan and Mathern on the far side at the wing position. They go to Mathern in the baseline. She flips it over to Dolan. Goes back to Marasini at the top, over to Scarborough. Mathern pops a triple of long distance. Hits the rim, no problem. Dolan there with the rebound. But they say she touched the baseline, so the Spartans will get the ball right back.
Peyton did a great job crashing the offside boards, which that's where the vast majority of shots are going to come off on the offside. could have caught a little shove there on Bixby, but they're letting them play a little bit early on, and otherwise we would have had the foul in the possession under the basket.
And honestly, Coach, in a game like this, I like to see the referees let them play because they know what's at stake as well, a chance to play in the state tournament as the shot is off the mark by Kate Wernel.
Yeah, I agree.
I know the coaches sometimes don't like that because they want to get their calls, but it's stuff that you got to have to figure out.
It is. You don't want the officials to change the outcome of the game, but you want it to just be consistent in how they call, and so that's all we can ask for. That first foul was called on Mathurin.
So Mathurin with her first one. First shot off the mark by Wernel. Very competitive behind the arc. She's one of the best three-point shooters in all of 6A hoops this year on the lady side. She makes the first one, so it's a 4.0 advantage for the Bixby Spartans. Marcini now, wearing the hot pink shoes. Over to Mathurin. Mathurin trying to create space down low. Went down in the cup, went back out, and a rebound goes to Wernel. And I believe Scarborough is going to be whistled for her first foul.
That's one of those possessions, really. I mean, they had the rebound, and we escaped because McKenzie did not pick up her second foul. That's important. That would have been a big call early on. Brooklyn picking up a reaching foul there. That's just one. Sometimes the foul's not worth it.
Driving in the paint was Music. She gets it to go. Tigers are going to go to a timeout as the Spartans lead it 6-0. Coach Coffey not happy, wanting to get his ladies motivated. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on ArrowVision.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpla, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
And welcome back inside Sapulpla's Gymnasium. It's 6-0 Bixby Spartans with 5:25 to go here in the first. Mathurin to Jacobs in the paint, puts up a body on Wernel, but she can't get the shot off as it's blocked, so the ball will go the other way. It's Music kicking it out to Wernel. Wernel goes up to the left elbow, and she makes the jumper. Music's got 4. Spartans have 8. Tigers looking to respond.
I think they called that a 2 on that one for Wernley. So she said she was on the line, which is good.
Bounce pass into Mathurin. Reverse lay-in goes up, and Wernley is going to be whistled for the foul. And that couldn't come at a better time with Mathurin going to the line.
Yeah, sometimes offensively, just getting to the free throw line and knocking down a free throw early can really get you going offensively. And so we've been a little bit out of rhythm offensively so far this game. But once again, we're not even 4 minutes into the first quarter, so a lot of basketball to play.
Lots of basketball to play. The lead is now cut to 7. Mathurin making the first free throw. And she makes them both. So 6 points separates the Spartans and the Tigers. Wodowski in there for the Spartans. Wernley in the corner, no good. Macy Marcini collects the board, and we're going the other way now. Macy over to Dolan. Dolan going to Jacobs inside. And that one's going to get turned over. It's going to go the other way. She ran right into Dolan. Music driving in the paint. Puts it off the glass. No good. Dolan collects the board. Now gives it to Marcini. She flips it up to Scarborough. But that one's going to be a turnover as it was a bad pass. And Daddle gets it right back. Slow it down right there, Coach.
Yeah, just it's almost like we decided what we were going to do before we saw what was really open at that point. So we can't feel pressure. We're down 8-2. There's 4 minutes left in the first quarter. We can't play panic basketball.
Wernley up to the top to Jewel. She hits the front iron. But there for the cleanup duty is Bryn Daniel. That's her first buckets for the Spartans. It's a 8-2 run, Sparty. Scarborough pulling up for a triple. That rims out. Wernley picks the board. Wernley over to Jewell. Maricini getting a hand in there. That'll go out of bounds. Good defensive effort from her.
One of those little tippy taps, getting it outside, knocking it out, saving a wide open three in the corner. So good defense by Macy there.
Tippy dance, hopefully into Saturday.
That's the goal.
Spin move to Music, no good. Bowen collects the board. So now Bowen's in the lineup with Mathern, Marcini, Jacobs, and Dolan. Marcini. Bad pass intended for Jacobs, but it goes out of bounds.
Looks like Bixby got a hand on that pass. Kate Dottle knocked that one out.
So it'll stay with the Tigers. Marcini over to Mathern. She pulls up, but she hits glass. No iron. Too much pressure. And Sparty collects it to go the other way. Courtney Wright now into Music in the paint. Music's got 6 points, leading all scorers, and it's a 12-2 run. Coach Coffey is not happy so far. Mathern to Jacobs. Over to Dolan on the far side, right side. Back to Bowen, left elbow. Pulls up for a triple. Too much pressure, but Mathern is there for the cleanup duty. She's got 4, and it's now 12-4 with 2:20 to go in the first. They're letting them play today, Coach.
They are. They're letting them play, but we've got to settle down. It's like we haven't really found our rhythm yet, and we're 6 minutes in. So offensively, we've got to start moving without the basketball, setting good screens. Bixby's going to do what they do, so we need to make them work harder on defense.
Yeah, Wernley, Bryn Daniel missed the shot. Spartans rebound it. And they go for a long triple left side for Courtney Wright. No good. Bowen collects the board. Now she wants the tempo going the other way. But she turns it over to Wright, and it's a pass that's going to go out of bounds. It was intended for Bryn Daniels, so the Tigers are going to get it right back. Lydia Pence checking in. Brooklyn Scarborough checking in for Mathern. So it's Bowen, Marcini, Mathern, Pence, and Dolan.
We really dodged a little bit of a bullet right there. Quick
Yes, we
turnover
did.
and transition, and they threw it away. So, I mean, that could have been a 4-point swing just like that.
Marcini driving the baseline, and a little floater, some magic from Marcini. It's now a 6-point ball game, 12-6 with $1:24 to go here in the first. Jewell, bounce pass underneath, but no good. Covered up on the deck is Marcini, and she's just hanging on to it. Eventually, they call the jump ball. She was all over the basketball on the floor.
That was a long time, a lot of
That was
contact.
a lot of contact.
Yes. And the official was right there. I mean,
Yes.
it wasn't like they were trying to see what was going on. She was little.
The delay here. Bixby's coach was upset about something. So Wright on the inbounds pass, guarded by Marcini, and Marcini is just playing some tough defense, but she gets by. They flip it over in the corner on the right side to Dowdle. Dowdle goes in the lane with a runner, no good. Pence can't come up with the board. Finally, it gets in the hands of Bowen. Bowen flips it over to Marcini. They get it across. 50 seconds to go, and the Tigers slow the offense down a little bit. Marcini left all alone at the triple, no good. Rebound, it goes to Dowdle. Dowdle taking it the other way now. Flips it to Jewell, and Jewell connects with back-to-back triples for her. She's got 6. It's 15-6. 30 seconds until the end of the first. 15-6. 20 seconds now. Bowen with the ball. Bowen pulls up with the jumper, no good. Nearly rebounded by Lydia Pence, but ball's going the other way. It's Music. And Pence is going to be called.
They're going to call it on Macy.
Macy picks it up. Thank you.
Well, I was looking because he really could have called it either way, and I thought, well, Probably would have been better if it had gone the other way, but Macy picks up that foul in the backcourt. And once again, she knows one speed. Never have to worry about her effort. It's always going to be there.
Yeah, she is sneaky good on defense. 6 seconds left. 4 seconds. A long triple by Wright. No good. Rebounded by Pence. And that will end the first quarter of play. Spartans on top, 15-6 over BA. We'll have the second quarter coming up. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ArrowVision.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpla, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
At Ascension St. John, you'll find advanced heart care, brain and spine care, and personalized cancer care. And we excel just as much in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Racing towards the end of the month? Ask about our early pay options. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
And welcome back to Sapulpla for our area game with Broken Arrow and Bixby. Winner off to Norman. We'd like to thank our one club sponsors, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, Cincinnati St. John, Tulsa Bone and Joint, TTCU Federal Credit Union, Matthews Ford, the Arrow Group, and Quick Trip. Janae McCrary in the lineup with Jacobs, Mathurin, Bowen, and Scarborough. They flip it in to Jacobs. Jacobs wanted to go to Bowen outside, and Bowen is saying I was cutting down low, so miscommunication there from the Lady Tigers.
Well, in the first quarter, we did not shoot well from behind the line. The three-point line was not our friend in the first quarter, and at Bixby, once again, they almost live and die at the three-point line, and so they shot a much higher percentage, obviously, than we did, but we're fine. It's 15-6. There's 7:35 left in the second quarter.
And that's what we want, as Mathurin picks the pockets of Wernley, and she flips it to Janae McCrary. Bounce pass to Bowen. And she was unable to get the shot off cleanly. So that foul will go to Haley Jewell, the freshman. So Rakiah Bowen will get 2 from the line. Hits the front iron, and it goes out. Got to make those free throws today with an opportunity to go to Norman, Coach.
Yeah, those are points that you don't want to leave hanging out there, because that can be the deciding factor in a lot of games at this point in the season. Is just come down to a missed free throw here and there.
Wernley flings it up to right, goes long distance for the triple. No good. They kick it back out to Jewell, and she buries the triple. She's got 9. It's 18-7 with 7 minutes and 3 seconds until halftime. Rakiah Bowen creating some space on the defender, flips it back up to Janae McCrary at the top of the key. Now to Scarborough on the right side. Scarborough to Jacobs. Jacobs putting a body on Wernley. She doesn't hit anything, but Janae McCrary underneath, reverse layup, and how about that for a nifty lay-in? It's now 18-9.
And those are bonus points right there. You get an offensive rebound by McCrary and then a putback, a nice reverse layup. But those are things that you don't plan on night in and night out, but we need them today.
I thought that was Lisa Leslie underneath the hoop there. That was beautiful. The ball went out of bounds, so it'll go back to Broken Arrow. Checking back in is Macy Maricini and Peyton Dolan, as Janae McCrary and Bowen will get a breather. McCrary, it's hard to believe that she's just a freshman. A lot of minutes this year on the court. She's going to become something special, and it appears to be Once Macy Maricini graduates, she'll be taking over as the point guard of this team as Mathern in the paint, off-balance shot, and that's why she's going to be a future Division I prospect, making that lay-in and cuts the deficit to 7.
Right, and we're really settling down the second quarter offensively. We're moving the ball better. We're moving without the basketball, playing more our solid defense.
That triple off the mark from the Spartans. Dolan there to collect the board. Flips it up to Maricini, almost hit the referee. So now Maricini will start her magic. Over to Scarborough on the right side. Now Mathern. Dribbling in traffic, puts one off the glass. No good, but she'll get to go to the line. And the foul is to Bryn Daniel. That's her first. So Mathern will get 2 from the line. Opportunity here to cut into this lead. And she makes the first. 6 points away to tie in the Spartans. It's 18-12.
And I would say the game feels different now than even what it did a few minutes ago. The Lady Tigers are in it, and we're beginning to really execute much better.
But going back to those free throws, this is a game you cannot afford to miss them at the line. As she missed the second one, so it's only 18-12. Anna Music with a lay-in underneath. She's got 5. 8 points again. Sparty on top, 20-12. Mathern picks her dribble up to Scarborough on left side. Now it's to Maricini. Maricini cross-court pass to Dolan. Dolan pops the triple, no good. Rebounded by Bryn Daniel. Wernley at the top, 4:30 to go, 20-12. They work inside. Tigers forget to play some defense. It's Music. She's got 6, and it's a 10-point game.
Well, just a couple of loose possessions defensively. We got lost completely on defense that possession, but once again, we need to come down and just execute. We're really working hard to have the offense run through Mathern.
As Mathern now, spin move, trying to make a lay-in. A lot of contact there. I believe that's going to go to Music. That's her first. So 4 Spartan players have fouls. Mathern was 1 for 1 the last time she was at the line. And she makes the first one as Rakaya Bowen checks back in for Taryn Jacobs.
You know, you notice at this point in the season, once again, I mean, today's a huge game for your program. You either get in or you don't. Mackenzie finishing off that one brings her to 9 points, but Coach Coffey run a lot of players in and out right now, buying some minutes because it was a very physical game on Thursday night, and just protecting us a little bit physically, getting us ready. It's a long, long, long game ahead still.
It's a very long game as the Spartans call a timeout. 3:49 to go till halftime. Bixby on top, 22-14. Thank you for listening to Tiger Basketball on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first. Isn't it nice to know that you can spend your weekend any way you like? We have convenient e-bank products such as online banking, mobile deposits, mobile banking, and account alerts, just to name a few. E-bank, whenever, wherever, why ever. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
Welcome back inside Sapulpla's arena, 22-14. Bixby on top. Spartans have controlled most of the game, but this second quarter, Lady Tigers have flipped the script a little bit.
Yeah, they have, and I know it's 22-14 still, but the momentum has changed, and then I would say our execution and everything has really changed in the second quarter. We are playing much better than we did in the first quarter. A little deflection by Peyton right there, had her hand in the passing lane.
Wornley, guarded by Dolan. Off-balance shot, it is good. She's got 5, 24-14 with 3:27 to go till half. Dolan over to Mathurin. Mathurin on the right side, dribbling in, puts it off the glass, and it is good. She's got 11. But we have an injured Marcini. I think she just got a shot to the leg, or did she rotate? Did she
turn an ankle or something?
I think she twisted her ankle, so Janae McCrary will step in for the injured Marcini. We'll keep it right here. And they're checking her right now, and that is someone that we definitely don't want to see on the bench for too long.
Well, it's going to take a whole lot more than that to keep Macy out of the game. And shout out to our athletic trainers. We have phenomenal staff that keep our student athletes ready to go and take care of them physically. So she's going to get the best care she can get right now.
Daddle over to Wornley, near half court. Dolan staying on top of her, dives to the court. That one goes out of bounds on the left side, but it'll stay with the Spartans.
The last 2 possessions, Peyton's had a deflection. I mean, just bothering them defensively. So that's what she's been asked to do. That's one of her roles on this team to help us be successful, and she's getting after it defensively today.
So the Spartans will reset. Over to Musick. Musick getting double teamed by Dolan and Scarborough. They pop it out to Wornley on the right side. Long distance, no good. But that will go to the deck. It's going to be a foul, looks like on Musick. Tigers really wanting to cut into this lead before halftime. They trail 24-16 with 2:30 to go. Mathurin. Spin move underneath, and she'll go to the line, and Musick's going to be whistled for another foul. As Macy Marcini will check back in eventually.
That's 2 fouls on Musick, too.
As Mathurin makes it at the line for the first one. She's now got 12, leading all scorers. And the second one is good. So it's 24-18 with 2:20 to go till half. Spartans get it across eventually to Musick. Cross-court pass to Wornley. Mathurin picks her up on defense. Wornley throws it up, and it's good. 26-18, 2 minutes to go. As Marcini trying to force a pass to Scarborough down low. She says that was her fault. Saw her signaling.
Well, and Coach Coffey just said, we're fine. Slow down. Had his hands up. Calm down. We don't need to play out of control right now.
As Musick left all alone, dribbled right into Mathurin. Mathurin held her ground, and she is called for traveling. The Spartan faithful not happy, but that was the right call.
When there's that much traffic and that much contact, you're like, is it going to be a charge? Is it going to be a defensive foul?
One or the other.
I know. It's like, whew, we did not need to have 2 fouls on McKenzie, so we're thankful for that one.
So Janae McCrary, Bowen, Mathurin, Marcini, and Scarborough. Scarborough gets the pass on the far side. They flip it over to Bowen. Bowen pulls up for a triple, and it is good. Big-time shot from Rakaya Bowen. She's got 4. It's a 5-point game, 26-21. Let the dog fight begin.
Yeah.
Jewel. Long shot, and it is good from right. That's her first points of the game, and it's now back up to 8. 29-21 with a minute to go. The Spartans are very good behind the arc when they are hot. When they're not, they get extremely cold. Mathurin. Miscommunication, thought about Maricini, but she just throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, and offensively for us, with McCurry and Macy both in the game, it does take Macy sometimes off of the ball and moves her really over to a 2-guard. But that offensively has been a good look for us this year. Just a miscommunication. Those two play so much together. They usually are pretty in sync, just not that last possession.
Music picks up her dribble, flips it out to right, and right makes back-to-back triples to make it 32-21 with 20 seconds to go. Janae McCurry over to Mathurin. 10 seconds now. 5 seconds. Mathurin's going to have to work quickly now. 2 seconds. Mathurin, long triple. That one rattles out. So after 2 quarters of play, the Bixby Spartans on top, 32-21. It is halftime here at Sapulpla High School. We'd like to thank our One Club sponsors, First National Bank of Broken Arrow, Cincinnati St. John, Tulsa Bone & Joint, TTCU Federal Credit Union, Matthews Ford, the Arrow Group, and Quick Trip. Coach, Tigers are going to have to find a way in the second half.
Yeah, we've got to shoot offensively better from the three-point line. We're getting some looks on the outside. We just haven't been able to knock them down yet. They are shooting a very high percentage from the three-point line. They're doing what they do well. You think about the first couple games, there was, 42 to 44 points. I mean, that's what they were in. They've already got 32 in the first half, so they are shooting lights out from the three-point line. That last shot, Brooklyn Scarborough, she contested. She was in her face. They're shooting the ball well right now. So they're going to cool off. I'm going to say that second half, we're going to shoot the ball a whole lot better and get ourselves right back in this game.
Yeah, as far as stats go, Amy Music with 8-9 for Jewel, 7 points for Courtney Wright, 5 for Kate Warnley, 2 points for Bryn Daniel. For the Lady Tigers, it's been the Mackenzie Mathurin show so far, picking a lot of her points up at the free throw line. She's got a baker's dozen. 4 points for Kaya Bowen, 2 for Janae McCrary, and 2 points for Macy Maricini, which is very below her average usually at halftime for Macy Maricini, and no points for Brooklyn Scarborough. So there's a lot of players that are going to have to heat up here in the second half.
Yeah, and we have not had a lot of second chance opportunities, and so they're doing a better job. Bixby is controlling their offensive boards, so we've got to do a better job crashing the boards. I think our athleticism with Brooklyn and Rakaya and Peyton, I mean, our length, we've got to do a better job getting some second chance points.
It's going to be second chance points. It's really simple. Tigers win, they're off to Norman. They lose, I hate to say it, the season's over.
Yeah.
We'll have the second half coming up. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ArrowVision.
In 1989, the First National Bank of Broken Arrow established the first Achievement Scholarship Award to help graduating seniors who they or their parents were bank customers to help with the cost of a college education. And since that time, we've paid out more than $300,000 in scholarships to 40 students.
I am going to TCC for dental hygiene, and in total, TCC is quoting about $30,000 for that program. So this scholarship will provide me with almost a third of my entire cost for school, which is really, really generous. It's relieving to know that I won't have to worry about such a huge portion of the education. A scholarship like this will absolutely change my life, because being a hygienist, you have the liberty of being very flexible with your schedule, and so that gives me the opportunity to be a mom and all of that stuff, but it also just gives me time to stay active within the community and maybe do stuff with First National Bank, volunteer with Broken Arrow Neighbors or volunteer with charities and stuff like that. It's just having that profession be available to me is just really exciting.
The bank provides the scholarship in order to provide financial support to students who face rising costs of a college education. This is just one way that the bank chooses to give back to the community, as well as customers and their children who are graduating seniors.
That sound can only mean one thing. Baseball season is upon us. Broken Arrow sets its sights on a solid season, aiming for a chance to contend for a state title. Amidst the crack of bats and the thud of balls hitting mitts, practice roars back to life. And with a new team comes a fresh identity, infused with a new energy to get the ball rolling.
I know we're all excited. It's going to be a good, fun year. It's a good group of boys, and we're excited to get out there and play.
Beyond the drills and game days, it's the bond they share that's the real game changer. Their camaraderie is their secret sauce that fuels their drive for success.
We hang out outside, we go to basketball games, football games together, we just go to each other's houses. It's a lot different than last year, so I feel like this year the chemistry is a lot better for us, so I think that's going to help us win.
7 seniors represent this Tigers baseball team. Obviously, they want to get to a state title. In order to do that, they have to simply win their district games.
I really think that we have good talent from the freshman level all the way up to us, but I feel like the underclassmen, I feel like they do a really good job at just filling the spots we need.
Hitting, it's going to come and go depending on the pitching, so hopefully we can just come out of the gate, hot, because we got some big games early.
Ultimately, it's about one thing, seizing that shot at the state championship. It's the dream the Tigers are in the hunt for.
So we do 5, 11, 24s, so that's where we do sit-ups till failure every single day, and it just reminds us of the date that state is, and it just reminds us where we need to be and where we need to get.
We got a low number of seniors, but really good kids that have been through it, kind of know what is expected. So just looking forward to a great season with these guys.
This season will start on March 1st. Be sure to check us out on ArrowVision for all the very latest with the Broken Arrow Tiger baseball team. At the Broken Arrow Tiger Baseball Complex with ArrowVision, I'm Dan Hawk. Welcome to another Dan Does Stuff, Oliver Middle School 8th grade basketball tournament. It's been a little while since I played with the round ball, but we're going to see what we can get done on the hardwood. Do I have any shot at getting one in the cup today?
Probably not. I mean, you got a shot to shoot it, but that's about it.
That's about it. So what's your best advice for me today?
Make sure you're laced up so you don't at least roll your ankles.
Now, you texted me earlier this morning asking if I was playing. Do I have any chance of getting one in the cup today?
Dad, to be honest, stick to baseball, buddy. I'm not going to lie to you. This ain't your field, man.
It's fun to see them cheer each other on. Build each other up is a lot better because they need to see that more.
It's really fun to see them actually do something that they like, and having the Jungle Squad is really fun and seeing everyone get really excited.
We get to hang out with our friends, see how our friends play and stuff. It's kind of just a big play, a big game of I'm better than you, and it's fun.
Is bragging rights up for grabs?
Yeah, definitely.
As you can tell, I'm pretty winded. The sport of basketball might not be in my job description in the future, but be sure to check us out on ArrowVision for more Dan Does Stuff. Until next time, go Tigers.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpla, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
And welcome back to Sapulpla High School for our area consolation championship. Winner has a chance to go off to Norman to play for the state championship. It is halftime. Broken Arrow trailing 32-21. Dan Hawk alongside Coach the legendary Tiffany Jones. Other score from the other area, Mustang and Norman. Mustang on top 30-19. Following our game, it'll be Choctaw and Sand Springs at 3:30. At 7:30, we'll have the boys game with Greg Spencer along by myself. It'll be Broken Arrow and Choctaw. Winner will advance to the state tournament in Norman as well. Coach, Bixby had the first quarter 15-6. They had the second quarter 32-21. What do the Tigers need to do here in the second half to build momentum to get back into this ball game?
Well, I think we got to take care of the basketball. We've had some pretty errant passes tonight, lots of airmail, and so take care of the basketball. And secondly, we just need to calm down. We got to score, but offensively, we got to shoot a higher percentage. The three-point line has not been our friend tonight. We're used to knocking down some of those, and offensively, we've got to have more than one player scoring. And right now, I know Mathurin's got 13 of 21, but you don't go to the state tournament with just one player. It's going to take everybody pitching in. We need to get points from across the board. Everybody's got to contribute. And so if we can get other people offensively rolling, that changes the game really quickly.
Yeah, we need Marcini to step up. She's got 2. Janae McCurry has got 2 coming off the bench. And also Rakaya Bowen getting 4 off the bench as well. So good effort out of some of our bench players, but we need to see our starting 5 really collect some points here in the second half. We'll keep tabs on that other area game throughout the course of our game here. Reminder, we'll have the boys game, an audio only, just like this game, at 7:30 coming up later tonight. So we flip the court, and it's going to start off with a travel. Good defensive effort by Marcini and Scarborough as they get Kate Daddle to step on the line. So Marcini, Dolan, Scarborough, Jacobs, Mathurin out on the court for the Lady Tigers. Marcini over to Dolan on the left side, and a beautiful feed inside to Jacobs. That's her first points of the game. It's 32-23.
Defensively, our pressure's picked up. Coach Coffey said that if we can pressure Bixby, they will turn the ball over, but I didn't think we had a ton of pressure in the first half.
We did not, and hopefully they pick it up here as Jacobs guarding Music. Music makes a nifty move in the paint. She's got 10. It's 34-23. Tigers are going to have to find stops when they can on the Bixby's end, and they're going to have to make some 3 balls on their end as Dolan gets it back to the top to Marcini. Mathurin driving in traffic, running a wheel route. Now she's running on the opposite side, wanting a feed down low. They go to Dolan, right corner. Jacobs at the top. Now Mathurin's touching the rock. I know we're a long ways from being over, but you are going to have to get the offense clicking here in this second half. As Mathurin drives in the lane, puts up a floater. She's got 15. She's heating up. 34-25 as Marcini nearly picked off Music. They go to the top to Daniel. Steal by Scarborough, but it goes back to the Spartans. Their shot is off the mark. The second chance is also off the mark. Wernell trying to go for a third, but she's fouled. And it looks like it's going to go to Peyton Dolan. Actually, Taryn Jacobs whistle for the foul.
Once again, multiple players down there trying to figure out who they're going to call that on. I mean, I think one thing that's obvious about that is you can't give up 3 offensive rebounds on a possession.
No, you've got to find a way to collect some boards as Warnley makes the first free throw. Jacobs checks out. Surrey Matthew in for the Tigers. Warnley makes them both at the line. 35-25, 10-point advantage for Bixby. The clock is stopped at 5:59.
No one's noticed it yet either.
Now it's going.
Okay.
We'll stop for maybe 5 seconds. No harm, no foul. Just gives us 5 extra seconds of basketball as Mathurin goes from long distance. No good. Matthew comes up with the rebound, though. But a bad pass to a costly turnover. Music comes up with it, but it goes on the deck, goes back to Daddle at the top. They go to Music on the right side. Music is going to be fouled by Marcini. It's kind of a push-off foul. Marcini's got 2.
Yeah, and they could have had Macy on that in the backcourt as Bixby was bringing the ball up the court. So
Wornley in the corner, left corner, puts up a triple, falls out. Matthew with the rebound. Now Marcini with the ball. Over to Mathurin. And I know you touched on this for our halftime break. You want to see more of Mathurin, but we've got to see more Tigers get some action.
Yeah. Just because the ball can still go through her a lot, and she's going to score points, but we've got to get other people chipping in. I want to say, like, Matthew comes in off the bench, and she's had 2 rebounds in her time and got an offensive, defensive rebound. So, once again, the bench coming in, contributing, maybe not on the point side of that, but she did do a couple good things on the stat line for us.
And that's just good minutes for a freshman. Because she's going to get plenty of playing time in years to come. Mathurin from long distance, no good. Rebound and goes to the Spartans. Wornley with the ball, and she's going to be fouled by Scarborough. That was just a bad foul, bad position for Scarborough. That's her second.
And that was literally right in front of Coach Coffey, and if he was not very happy with that. But just, once again, be disciplined. That's a foul you don't have to have. You don't need right now. That gets them closer to shooting free throws in this quarter is all that did.
Courtney Wright in the corner by Scarborough. She fades back, left side. Dribbles cross court. Now she gets it to Jewel. Jewel misses a triple, rebounded by Bowen. And they flip it up to Mathurin. Mathurin with some speed now. One-handed pass to Macy Marcini, but that shot is off the mark. Now the Spartans have all their offensive weapons on the other end. They shoot a long triple from Wright on the right side, and she puts it in. She's got 10. 39-25. The Tigers are going to need to respond here. Bounce pass to the top to Macy. And Mathurin was driving in traffic, and I think they're going to whistle. Was that Music 23? Who did they give the foul to there?
I think they gave it to Bryn Daniel.
Bryn Daniel, okay.
Well, they had her on 3 fouls up there, so I think that was her.
Bryn Daniel with 3 fouls. Janae McCurry in the lineup with Dolan, Marcini. Marcini throws up a floater, no good. And it's going to be a jump ball, and it's getting a little chippy on the court. Kind of expected that with a chance to go to state on the line.
Yeah, and good job by the officials. We've got a veteran crew here today with Lynch, McBride, and Jared. They're trying to keep control. They don't want to take over the game, and just to step in and say, hey, cool it, play the game, we'll call the fouls.
So Janae McCrary will inbound it to Marcini. Marcini all the way over to Mathurin at the top. And they go back to Marcini. Marcini puts up a floater. That's an air ball. It's gobbled up by Courtney Wright. Wornley to Daddle. Wright with the ball. McCrary playing sound defense, trying to sneak one in. Daddle down low, blocked by Bowen. So Jewel reset, 2:55. And Daddle.
There we go, turnover.
It's going to be a turnover. That one went off the foot of Jewel. Coach, I know we're still here in the third, but I'm getting a little nervous about that time in the lead. They're going to have to start cutting some offense on their end.
Yeah, we can't change our 2s for their 3s right now, and that's kind of what it feels like. Is we've had some runs where it's been scoring on both ends, but we're we're making field goals and they're hitting threes, and so that's not a good trade-off for us. We need to flip the script a little bit, and it's almost like we're afraid to shoot the three a little bit right now in the flow of the offense. Macy's had a couple of open looks and opted to drive it in there, and sometimes that can be a confidence thing, I know, but right now you got to play to win.
Find an opportunity here. Win, and you're into Norman. So after some substitutions, it's Mathurin, Jacobs, Marcini, Bowen, Scarborough. Cross-court pass to Macy, but she throws it in the middle. No one was there. And I believe the Spartans are going to be whistled for a foul. That is 23 Music. That is her third. Macy just kind of threw it into traffic, and everybody just ran into one another. Quick pass into Jacobs. Jacobs sets her feet. Now back out to Bowen, and Bowen splash. That three could not have come at a better time. It's 39-28.
No, those are points, those are possessions that we really have to get ourselves. You know, if we can go into the fourth quarter and be down 7 or 8, that changes everything. I think we've got a quick timeout by Bixby, by the Bixby bench there.
So quick timeout inside the Sapulpla Gymnasium. It's 39-28 with 2 minutes to go here in the third. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first. Isn't it nice to know that you can spend your weekend any way you like? We have convenient e-bank products such as online banking, mobile deposits, mobile banking, and account alerts, just to name a few. E-bank, whenever, wherever, why ever. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
39-28, third quarter. Broken Arrow and Bixby with a chance to play in the state tournament. The Spartans have contested and kept the lead most of the game. In fact, I don't think Broken Arrow's had the lead at all in this game. The closest it's been is probably the 6-0 run mark at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and really if we go back to that last possession, is that that was a turnover. We were getting ready to mark it down as a turnover, and they called a foul on Bixby. And had they not called that, they would have had the ball and we take away that three-pointer. So that could be maybe that's the gasoline we need to ignite things, and Bowen's three there.
That's
a turnover.
That's a 5-second rule. Costly turnover by Kate Daddle. The young sophomore not getting the pass in. That's very uncommon for her. Marcini now with Jacobs running in the paint, trying to get open. They go to Jacobs. Cross-court pass to Scarborough, and we've got a whistle. And that is on Courtney Wright. Reach in on defense, nowhere near the ball, but that's just, veteran leadership, as you said, about these referees noticing those fouls. Marcini. He's got to get it in. He gets it to Scarborough. Now to Bowen. Bowen going by 3 defenders, puts it up. But I think she's going to get called for a charge.
They called her for the travel, just too much.
Travel? Okay.
Yeah. Little traffic, too many white shirts in there for us to go through, but once again, the intensity's really picked up for the Lady Tigers, offensively and defensively. We're picking up the pace now.
Intensity's going to have to be matched. But Marcini is... No, that is on Haley Jewell. As I thought it was on Macy Marcini, but Macy just playing solid defense there.
She had her frustrated a little bit. She caused that offensive player extended their arm out. It could have gone either way, but Macy did a good job.
And she gets it to Jacobs. Jacobs hits the front iron, but Marcini nearly saved it. But she stepped out on the line. 1:17 to go here in the third. It's 39-28. Wornley guarded heavily by Mathurin. And Mathern whistled for the foul. I thought that looked like some solid defense out of Mathern, but the referees thought otherwise.
Well, we didn't need that foul because we had them in trouble. We were getting close. I think we were at 8 seconds on that one in the backcourt, so we were about to get a 10-second call.
Wernley with the rock again, guarded by Mathern. Now she let her go. Goes back to Wernley. Wernley driving in traffic, throws up a floater, no good. Bowen with the board. Tigers can stretch it now. Maricini over to Bowen. 40 seconds to go. In the corner to Scarborough. Scarborough misses.
It's going to be 3 on Mathern.
As Mathern reached in after the air ball. So that means the Spartans will go to the line. And Wernley will shoot 2 from the line. Wernley's got 8. Make it 9. She makes them both. 10 for Wernley, 41-28, 35 seconds to go. Spartans on top. Mathern pulls up for a triple, and it's cash money. It's good from long distance. She's got 18. 10-point ball game. 20 seconds to go, 41-31. Music turns it over to Macy Maricini. It's Macy Maricini all alone. She puts up the lay-in, and it's good.
One.
She's going to go to the line for the three-point play for the Spartans.
And with 13.8 seconds left, the momentum, big play defensively. Macy just picks her pocket. The ball was right there. It was a gift. We had 2-on-1. She goes in, draws the foul, finishes the, makes the basket, and we got a chance for a three-point play. And so that defensively, picking up full court, making them handle the ball. Bixby has not done a great job handling the pressure.
And Coach Coffey goes to the bench. He's got Bowen, Maricini, Dolan, Scarborough, and Surrey Matthew as the old-fashioned three-point play out of Maricini. It's 41-34, Spartans, 13 seconds to go. Wernley picks up her dribble. She flips it over to Daddle. Tigers putting some pressure on the Spartans. Wernley in the left corner. 2 seconds to go. They flip it into Music down low. But
and she missed it.
Can't get it to go. That will end the third quarter. Tigers clawing back in this one. It's 34-41 in favor of Bixby. We'll have the fourth quarter on ArrowVision coming up next. We'll see if the Tigers can claw back into this and punch their ticket to the state tournament. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ArrowVision.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpla, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
At Ascension St. John, you'll find advanced heart care, brain and spine care, and personalized cancer care. And we excel just as much in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
Racing towards the end of the month? Ask about our early pay options. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
Welcome back to Sapulpla. It's 41-34. Bixby on top. Spartans won that third quarter, though, as far as points go. They're going to have to find a way here in the fourth. The Tigers are going to have to find a way here in the fourth as they were able to slow down the Spartans. Macy Maricini, Peyton Dolan, Taryn Jacobs, Brooklyn Scarborough, and Mackenzie Mathern out on the court for the Tigers. 8 minutes to a state championship run. Daddle over to right, guarded by Mathurin. Dolan putting all the pressure on Music. Music gets it over to Daniel. Music now driving the paint. Jacobs trying to get a hand in there, but it's no good as Bryn Daniel makes the buckets. 43-34.
Well, even though we're down right at this point, it feels like we're in control of the game. And we've got 7:23 left in the game, basically. Hopefully not in the season, but in the game. But we've got to keep doing what we did those last couple minutes of the third quarter, and that's be aggressive offensively and defensively.
Mathurin missed the shot at the other end, and Wernley collects the board. 7 minutes to go now. Right over to Daddle, left side. They go to the top now. Wernley all alone. Scarborough trying to get a hand in there. Macy putting all the effort on the rebound, but it goes back to Wernley. Wernley misses the second contested three-pointer. Dolan with the rebound goes to Maracini. So the Tigers get a break. They have to capitalize on every possession when they get the ball. Shot is off the mark by Maracini. They flip it up to Music. Music goes all the way the other way with the lay-in. She's got 12, and Coach Coffey wants a timeout. It's 45-34 here at Sapulpla. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first. Isn't it nice to know that you can spend your weekend any way you like? We have convenient e-bank products such as online banking, mobile deposits, mobile banking, and account alerts, just to name a few. E-bank, whenever, wherever, why ever. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
45-34. Bixby on top of the Lady Tigers. Dan Hawk alongside Coach Tiffany Jones here at Sapulpla High School. Coach, Tigers are going to have to find a way at their end to get points and press every chance they get out of the Spartans.
Yeah, I think you look at even the lineup coming out. When we've been able to trap them and pressure, they've struggled with handling the pressure defense. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we can score and get into a three-quarter, 1-2-1-1, or even a 2-3 half-court trap. We're gonna put pressure on them. We're gonna have to, where they can't just run the clock out, even though there's 6 minutes left. Sometimes teams can try to run too much offense and they become stale, and we've got to really put the foot on the gas pedal and get it going quickly at this point.
Put it on the gas, drop the hammer, as they say. As Dolan goes to Bowen, over to Maracini on the far side. They go to Mathurin. Mathurin putting all kinds of magic with her feet, but hits the rim, no good. And the Spartans get the rebound. Music gets past Bowen, goes all the way to the cup, but she's fouled late by Dolan. I truly don't think she would have made that shot as well.
I don't either. It would have been a heck of a shot if she would have made it.
One heck of a shot.
We bailed her out a little bit.
So Music will go to the line, and she makes it. It's 46-34. And it's now a 13-point ball game. Moments like this would be giving Coach Jones gray hair.
Absolutely. Well, substitution right here with McCrarian is that Macy's going to come off the ball now and really go to a two-guard. That's going to give us another – the point guards aren't always get the most looks off the line, and so getting Macy another guard in there is going to give us another offensive shooter out there and somebody can penetrate in and out offense.
And that's going to be a foul on the Spartans. That was Courtney Wright. That's her second. Reached in on Mathurin. You know they're going to be putting all kinds of pressure on Mathurin. So every other Tiger is going to have to find a way to get some buckets and give Mathern an opportunity to create some space. As Matthew flips it over to Marcini, over to Janae McCrary. McCrary turns it over. Spartans going the other way, but she plays heads up on defense, trying to make up for her turnover.
Yeah, that was just one of those it was too soft of a pass. Long passes right now. We got a timeout with 5:19. Bixby's going to get the ball in their own basket, and once again, it's a 30-second timeout. We need a big defensive stop on this possession, get ourselves out of that hole.
Coach, with this 30 seconds here, I know you've been in this position many different times in your career. What exactly is Coach Coffey saying to his ladies right now?
Coach Coffey's saying defensively we need stops, and we've got to stop them from scoring, and then offensively we've got to create extra possessions, and that comes in the form of offensive rebounds. I don't feel like we've crashed the board super hard today like we have in the past, and so we've got to get some extra possessions, if you will, to be able to get those points on the board. But it's not that we're not playing hard, because we are playing hard. The effort has been there. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go in from the three-point line, and so you've got to create your own offense at that point, and that comes in the form of second chance points.
47-34, 5:19 to go. Sparty on top. Right. Puts a body on McCrary, but Tigers catch a break. That could have been called a charge right there.
Absolutely.
As McCrary flips it up to Mathern, right side. Mathern from long distance hits the rim, no good. But Matthews, second chance, no good, but it's going to stay with Broken Arrow. Matthew hit, no foul, but it will stay with Broken Arrow.
That's a 2-point. That's a chippy right there, a putback, a trash point, if you will. That would have been nice if Matthew could have knocked down right there, 2 feet from the basket.
McCrary, quick inbound pass to Matthew. I think the Spartans forget to play some defense, but they say it was a travel.
She shuffled her feet. It was almost like she was so open, waiting for the defense to come. And once again, that's 2 points that we really
desperately
lost.
Needed.
Yeah.
Wernley. Over to Jewell, right side. Bounce pass to Wernley. And the Spartans are now going to slow the tempo down. Music with the ball at the top. Time is becoming a factor for Broken Arrow. When do you start fouling, Coach? Because they're going to play stall ball the rest of the way.
Yeah, we're going to have to start. Well, just
but
like
a
that.
Turnover by the Spartans, and Broken Arrow catches a break.
That's even better than a foul. I mean, we
Absolutely.
were getting close to getting a 5-second count. McCrary had her within 6 feet, and man, that was close to a 5-second call. But we got the quick turnover. Now we need to come down and get a really good shot. Any points right now. Doesn't have to be a three. But we'll take the three.
We'll take the triple from Mathern. She's got 21. It's a 10-point ball game. Still plenty of time as Mathern turns it over. Bounce pass to Macy Maracini. She puts it high off the glass. No good. And it goes back to the Spartans. But this one's going to be called a jump ball. And it'll go to Broken Arrow. Wow, Tigers catch a break there.
Yeah, big turnover coming back and just can't force it.
10-point ball game, 47-37, 3:53 to go here in the fourth.
Good minutes by McCrary right there. She played great defense on Bixby's guards out there. They're going to have nightmares about her.
Yes, they are. Surrey Matthew checks out. Scarborough, Bowen, Mathern, Dolan, and Mathern in there. Mathern trying to create space. Goes back to the triple, and she's going to get three free throws at the line. The foul is on Courtney Wright, I believe.
Yep, on Courtney Wright. And here's what's beautiful about that is we've got a chance to score 3 points. We're going to get it into single digits, and the clock has stopped.
First one is off the mark. You've got to make these ones at the line.
These are the ones you dream of in the backyard. I think about in the driveway, just shooting baskets all the time. you're playing this out mentally to have the opportunity to make these.
She makes the second. Mathern's got 22. She's above her average of 21. Checking out for Bixby is Daddle. Jewel in there with Music, with Bryn Daniel and Wernley. So Mathern makes 2 of 3. 3:47, and the Tigers put the full court press. No surprise here. Dolan guarding Wernley. That one somehow gets up to right. And now they get it to Jewel. Bounce pass on the left side to Music. Guarded by Bowen. Gets a screen by Daniel. Bowen not letting go, though. They flip it into Music in the paint, and Music puts it off the glass. She's got 16. It's now a 10-point game. 49-39 with 3:14 to go. Mathern driving in the paint. Buckets off the glass. She's got 25. 8-point game. 3 minutes to go. And it's a timeout by Bixby. They are not happy. 49-41 with 3:04 to go here in the fourth. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ArrowVision.
Racing towards the end of the month? Ask about our early pay options. TTCU Federal Credit Union. Life is better in balance.
At Ascension St. John, you'll find advanced heart care, brain and spine care, and personalized cancer care. And we excel just as much in the things that can't be measured. Listening more closely, caring more compassionately.
49-41, 3:04 left to go in the ball game with a chance to play in Norman. Spartans on top. They will inbounds a pass. It'll be Bryn Daniel. Tigers putting a full court press on. Bowen trying to get a body on Wernley. Wernley travels, but they're going to whistle a foul. It's going to go against.
I think it's going to go on Bowen, maybe?
Bowen is whistled for the foul. But that was so close to a travel. Bounce pass into Music. Music in traffic. And a jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Spartans. Coach Coffey happy about that one, because no foul is charged.
Once again, Macy Marcini just getting her hands in there, wreaking havoc for them. The ball goes on the floor. She's going to have her hands in there.
Wernley to inbound it. Correction, Daniel to inbound it. Goes to Wernley. Wernley pulls up with the triple, no good. Ball on the deck, it goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the broken arrow. Coach, under 3 minutes to go. What do you want to see here? Drive inside the paint or a long triple?
No, the way they're calling it, I'm going to take what they give me. If they're going to pressure out, go to the basket, because they're calling fouls on almost every drive. So go in there, draw the foul, and let's score with the clock stopped. Plus, that gives you the chance to get your press set.
Bowen to Mathern, right side. Mathern creating some space. A long triple. No good, but she collects her own rebound and puts it back up for the second chance. No good. Bowen there for this third chance. No good. Ball on the deck. And it's a travel.
Yep.
Tigers catch another break.
We talked about creating extra possessions, and that's what we have to have. We haven't scored yet, but I feel good about it right here. Let's execute on the out-of-bounds play.
Macy Marcini to inbound at 2:21 to go, 49-41. And a timeout, I believe that was on Spartans.
I think Coach Coffey called a full timeout.
Oh, Coach Coffey, thank you.
It was about to be a 5-second call.
So, timeout, Broken Arrow. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Do not change that dial. We'll get the final conclusion of inside Sapulpa's gymnasium. 49-41, Bixby on top over Broken Arrow.
Tulsa Bone and Joint, Northeast Oklahoma's sports medicine experts. We are pleased to help you and the athletes in your life with a number of surgical and non-surgical options. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as team orthopedist for local high schools such as Broken Arrow, Owasso, Sapulpa, Cascia Hall, and Bishop Kelly. We're also proud to be team orthopedist for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Welcome back to Sapulpla, 49-41. Bixby on top over Broken Arrow. Tigers getting ready to inbound it. What kind of play would you draw up here, Coach, to try to get the points in?
Well, I think what Bixby has struggled with is a screen or out of bounds plays, and that's where they've gotten lost, and we've had some. So we're going to get some movement right here. I guarantee we've got screens coming. We've got Macy taking the ball to bounce I'm going to say our best passer. That's your point guard, got the ball in her hands, and I would expect Mackenzie coming off. If she can screen and then get a screen, that's the hardest thing to cover defensively. She came off a curl screen.
Macy's got to get it in. She gets it to Bowen. Bowen from long distance, and it's cash money from Bowen. Cold-blooded ice water in her veins. 49-44, 5-point game. 2:09 to play with a chance to play in Norman for the state tournament. Right, driving in traffic, goes back up top to Music, guarded by Bowen. Bowen not giving Music much space. They're on the left side. Music driving in the paint, and she's going to be fouled from behind by Rakaya.
I was actually, to get that foul call, because they were about to have an uncontested layup, that was a good foul.
So the Spartans will inbound it. It's Bryn Daniel trying to get it in, but the Tigers are playing tough. Close to 5 seconds. Music finally gets it. They go to Wernley. Wernley throws up a off-balance shot, and I believe that's going to go against Mathurin. That's her fourth. But don't expect her to come out. She's going to stay in there the rest of the way.
I was like, neither coach is taking anybody out right now. You got to go with the people that got you in this position. 49-44 with 1:47 left. I look at the foul count. We've got 3 team fouls, Bixby, and 4 for Broken Arrow. And so the free throws are going to, that's what's going to win the game or lose the game at this point, because teams are going to have to foul.
As Wernley misses the first and misses the second. Rebound finally gets in the hands of Macy Marasini. 1:40 to go, 49-44. Tigers have trailed the course of this ball game against the Bixby Spartans, trying to claw back in this one to punch their ticket to the state tournament. Marasini gives it to Mathurin. Mathurin left all alone, puts up a triple, and she gets it in the bottom of the cup. She's got 28 rather. 1:17 to go. It's a 2-point ball game. 49-47, and the Spartans call a timeout. Mathurin lights out from long distance.
We said it wasn't over.
It's not over here in Sapulpla. Stay with us. We'll have the final minute left in the ball game at Sapulpla High School. Bixby on top, 49-47. Stay with us. You're listening to Broken Arrow Basketball on ArrowVision.
While you are teaching someone special the nuances of keeping the wheel steady, we can provide you means for you to maintain financial equilibrium. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first. Isn't it nice to know that you can spend your weekend any way you like? We have convenient e-bank products such as online banking, mobile deposits, mobile banking, and account alerts, just to name a few. E-bank, whenever, wherever, why ever. First National Bank of Broken Arrow. First people put people first.
49-47. Dan Hawk alongside Tiffany Jones. The Spartans only have a 2-point lead on Broken Arrow. Mathurin making a very big-time three-pointer to give her 28 points to lead all scorers in the contest.
And Bowen hitting a third. Her three leading into that. We've had back-to-back threes there. And all of a sudden, you see the Broken Arrow fans, they're coming to their feet. It's minute 14 left in the game.
It's crunch time here in Sapulpla. Courtney Wright with the ball. Gets it to Music, guarded by Bowen. Gets a screen, Music still with the ball. Goes in the paint, puts it high off the glass, but the shot is no good. She collects her own rebound. Second chance is no good. Bowen with the rebound. Tigers have a chance to tie this one up. 51 seconds to go. Macy Marasini flips it up to Scarborough. That's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with Broken Arrow. 45 seconds left to go. Coach, triple for the lead, 2 for the tie. What do you do?
At this much time left, I'm going to take the best shot I can get running the set. And so if I can get the ball inside, Mathurin's got the hot hand. The ball's got to go through her.
Mathurin with the ball. They go to Scarborough left side. Now Macy Maricini with the rock. They go back to Mathurin, the lady that brought them there. She drives in track it, kicks it out to Dolan. Dolan with the triple, no good. Ball on the deck, picked up by Maricini. He gets back to Dolan. Dolan back to Scarborough, and we got a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 16 seconds left on the clock, Coach. 49-47. Several good looks for the Tigers on that possession right there, but could not get anything to fall.
Well, good timeout, Coach Coffey right there, because a tie ball would not, we got to think about possession right here. And it was a scramble side, and we had enough possession to be able to call a timeout because we were the last ones to touch it right there. But right now, they're just drawing an out-of-bounds play. I know they've conferred with the referees, where's the ball going to be, because they want to execute well. And once again, the ball going through Mackenzie Mathurin doesn't mean that it has to be her shot, but if the defense collapses, it's going to make somebody else wide open. So we definitely want the ball to go through her hands and make them help off, and Mackenzie's either going to have a good look for her, or maybe dish the ball off to somebody else. But the ball running through your best player, that's what you're going to have right now.
You would assume that the Spartans will put all kinds of pressure on Mathurin, which would allow Mathurin also to potentially kick it out to somebody else that's being uncontested for a great open look as well.
Well, and one thing right now is that Bixby's got 3 team fouls, so they've got a foul to give. They can foul on the drive and us not shoot 2 free throws. And so that's, if I'm coaching Bixby right now, I'm like, hey, if you're getting beat off the drive or about to give up a layup, they should know that there's 16.6 seconds left, and they can protect the drive with the foul and make us execute again.
So here we go. Dolan will inbound it with Mathurin, Rakaya Bowen, Scarborough, Macy Maricini on the court for the Tigers. They get it into Mathurin. 15 seconds to go. Mathurin with the ball. 10 seconds now. Mathurin driving in the paint. She puts one off the glass, and she's going to go to the line. The wrong person to foul at the line. She's got to make both free throws here.
Yeah, we've got 7.8 seconds left. Mackenzie's got 2 free throws. Now there's 4 team fouls against Broken Arrow and Bixby.
So Mathurin's first shot is up, but it bounces out.
She's going to knock this one down right now, and we're going to get into a press immediately. That's what we've got to do is pressure. Try to get a 5-second count.
She missed them both. Bixby
they're going to call
came
a
up
foul.
with it, but they're going to call a foul
on the rebound. That's not a bad foul at all, Dan.
No, it's not, and it's going to go against Bowen. That's only her third.
1 second went off the clock, but that guarantees that we want to get the ball back.
Going back to free throws, that has been the double-edged sword for us this evening. Mathurin has been money at the line, but she has missed a couple at the line as well this afternoon. The first shot attempt is no good from Bryn Daniel.
And what does that mean for us? It means that a 3, once again, even if she makes it, we can still tie the game.
That's right. The Spartans pull all their defenders back on the other end, so the Tigers will have plenty of time to dribble it up, regardless if Bryn makes it or misses it. She does make it. It's a 3-point game. Macy Maricini picks it up. They get it to the right hands to Mathurin. 3 seconds left. Mathurin has to put up a prayer. She...
Oh!
And that's going to do it. Mathurin unable to connect. It's 50-47, the final. The Spartans hang on.
I'll tell you what, there's so many things, and I know the heartbroken feelings that they're having, the Lay Tigers. They fought so hard today. They did so many things right, and it doesn't come down. It's not that we missed 2 free throws late. We missed free throws early that made a difference. We've missed layups. It's not just that last couple possessions, but I tell you what, the character and the culture and the fight that the Broken Arrow Lay Tigers had today, I know it's not just their parents that are proud, but our school or community proud of the efforts they put in this year and the work they've done. And so great effort, a little short today, just on so many little things that just come back, and they're going to have They're going to have some bad dreams tonight just about this game today.
Frustration for the Tigers as they fall to the Spartans 50-47. Mackenzie Mathern playing out of her mind today. 28 points for the junior. 11 points for Rakaya Bowen. 2 points for Janae McCrary. 6 points for Macy Marasini. 2 points for Taryn Jacobs. Anna Musick, 16 for the Spartans. Bryn Daniel with 4. 10 points for Kate Wernley. 9 points for Haley Jewell. 10 points for Courtney Wright. The Tigers will finish the season with an 18-9 mark, but I want to add there's only 2 seniors on this squad that are graduating, with J.C. Adson and Lydia Pence, that will definitely be missed. But a lot of the returners, the shooting returners, will be back in the lineup for the Lady Tigers this upcoming season, Coach.
Yeah, the bulk of our offense and bulk of our minutes are coming back next year, and so this is a loss that's this is gonna fuel us for next year, because I mean, once again, the goal is to make state tournament, because once you get there, anything can happen. It was not a lack of effort or intensity, anything like that we lost today. It was just Bixby made some plays at the crucial times that we didn't necessarily have, and so we've got so much coming back. We have a great foundation, a great future, and we've got some more young players coming up in the pipeline that are going to make, once again, Broken Arrow Lady Tigers, really from about 10, 11 years ago, we've become a force in 6A, and that's not going to change because we didn't make the state tournament this year. I'm looking for us to make a state tournament run deep next year, and be playing on the last weekend in March.
I couldn't agree with you more. On the other side, Mustang and Norman, 51-43. That's in the 4th. Sand Springs and Choctaw getting ready to tip off here inside Sapulpla High School. But the Lady Tigers fall to the Bixby Spartans 50-47. We'd like to thank our one club sponsors: First National Bank of Broken Arrow, Ascension St. John, Tulsa Bone and Joint, TTCU Federal Credit Union, Matthews Ford, the Arrow Group, and Quick Trip. I want to give a big shout out to Greg Spencer, our director of ArrowVision, and our producer and engineer, Blake Shy, for all the things they did on today's broadcast. Also, Coach Tiffany Jones for doing the color analyst duty all season long, and not just today. I want to thank her, having so much fun with her calling the games. We'll have the boys game. That is an audio stream only, coming up later tonight at 7:30 here in Sapulpla, as Bo Wallace and company look to punch their ticket to the state tournament. They will face off against Choctaw, a team that they have had issues with all season long. Greg Spencer will be on the call with me on that one, and producer and engineer Blake Shy will be manning the ship as well. Lady Tigers finish the year 18-9, losing a tough battle with Bixby, 50-47. That does it for our broadcast here inside the Sapulpla Gymnasium. For ArrowVision, I'm Dan Hawk. For Tiffany Jones, until next time, go Tigers.